Hello, hello, my friends. It is time for a high dollar only what sold video. So I'm going to show you 15 items that I have sold in the last week for over $50, and they're going to go all the way up to $525. Some absolutely amazing, amazing things. The majority of these were found in online estate auctions. I am going to talk to you about how I can help you find things like these, and they're very good profit. They are going to be a little bit harder to come by. That's why they sell for so much, but definitely ones you need to know. So I will tell you what I paid, where I found it, how long it took to sell, and my approximate profit. And I also have one from Bonanza to show you, which is super exciting. I talked to you a little bit about Bonanza on my last video. If you're not doing it, link your eBay store with Bonanza. It cannot hurt. So let's go ahead and take a look at 15 items that have sold in the last week for over $50. All right, we are starting out with our Bonanza order because this one was a great one. And this one was not listed very long. This is a Linux Happy Birthday Express train. It was 6 pieces, 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as the caboose and the locomotive, I guess, would be that first one. So this sold for $163. I only paid $30 for this. This one's well over $100 profit. And we will take a look here at the photos. So I did show all of the pieces individually, and there's the bottom. So keep your eye out. This birthday train definitely does well. A lot of Linux pieces can be worth money. You can see here, the back of the train was broke off. It did not hook up. So this was flawed and still sold for that high price. So don't think flaws will necessarily stop something from selling. You're going to have to discount it a little bit, but it will still sell. So keep your eye out for Linux items. Make sure you look them up because a lot of them are not valuable, but there are quite a few that are. All right, now we are going to scoot over to eBay and take a look at our eBay items. So this one was listed less than a week and sold for a $50 best offer. This is a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren red polka dot pocket square or handkerchief. It was linen. It was made in Italy, and I accepted $50 in under a week. So watch for Ralph Lauren, watch for linen, as well as silk. Here you can see this one says 100% linen made in Italy. I do recommend putting, if it was made in Italy, put it in the title. I do feel like that helps. And this one was a very, very fast sale. Next up is another really fast sale. This is a gorgeous Murano Bullacante. If you don't know, Bullacante is these controlled bubbles. They are exactly the same distance apart. This is a hand-blown glass fish figurine, red and amber. I did pick this one up at the Renninger's Antique Fair. I paid $15 for it. So it is about a $28 profit, and it sold very fast. So watch for the little Bullacante animals, the paperweights, and most of the time you can find comps on Google Lens for these. That is what I did with this one. And this one was a very, very fast sale. All right, this one was another very, very fast sale. This one is some bells, and I accepted a $50 offer on them because I was only in them a few dollars, and I accepted it in a day. I was having not so great sales, so $50 sale sounded great, especially on 3 small bells. If you're not paying attention to brass bells, please do, because we have made a lot of money selling brass bells. I lotted these 3 up together because I wanted to get a higher sales price. I probably could have got between 20 and 30 per bell, but I got 50 for the 3. They were tied together, so we figured we would just leave them together. And again, $50 in a day and over a $40 profit. Next up is another one that sold extremely fast, under a week, for an offer I sent out with 10% off for $71.99. I am less than 5 in. This is a $50 profit. They are rusted vintage casters. Something a lot of you might not pay attention to. I got them in an online auction. They sold in, I believe, 2 or 3 days. Very, very fast. They were 4-inch wheels with that plate, and an amazing sale. Watch for industrial stuff. You can see I did put steampunk because people might use these for decor, and this one was an excellent, excellent sale. Next up is this Brahmin croc embossed canvas tote bag. I did put shoulder, purse, tote, white. Oh, I put tote twice. I used up space I didn't need to. This one I did put on 40% off, even though it was only listed 6 months. Sold for $89.99. I paid $20 for it at the thrift store. So it's about a $55 profit. I had never found Brahmin in the thrift store, so I was thrilled. I actually found 4 of them in one day. So if you don't know the name Brahmin, definitely keep an eye out. Definitely check them, because most of the time they are priced up and you want to make sure the value is there, and not all of them are worth a lot. Next up are some custom silhouette dunk style keto wears catacombs. These are size 6, so they're pretty small, and these sold for $150. And I was not familiar with these. I just looked them up to comp them. I did get them in a buyout, so my cost, I'm not sure. You can see they were originally $150 and I sold them for $150. So that is absolutely a great, great sale on these. They are customized, but really, really good sale. And not sure on the profit at this point. Whatever sells from that lot is profit. So we'll say that these were over $100 profit. Next up is one that sold very, very fast. This one sold in under a week. This is a vintage Christys black fur felt fedora, size 7 1/8, with a red satin lining. I paid under $10 for this, and it sold for $130 very fast. So it's close to $100 profit. Watch for fedoras. Christys is a really, really good brand. You can see here the made in England as well as the size, and it says 100% fur felt. And really, really good sale on this one, very fast. If you're not paying attention to fedoras, I definitely would start. Next up is another pair of shoes that sold in about 3 months from the designer buyout. And again, we're in the profit on that buy, so I'm going to say these are $100 profit. These are Jordan Proto React Black Electric Volt. And always check your Nikes, check the tag. You can see they had the authenticity guarantee there. Here is the number, the BV1. It looks like 1854 that you would want to check and look up. There it is again, BV1654. And these are a really, really good sale. So if you come across Nikes, look them up, because they can be valuable. These are actually Jordans. These are not Nikes. But when it comes to tennis shoes, if they look really nice, I would give them a look up on Google Lens, or try and look them up by that number. Next up was an amazing sale. I accepted a $120 offer. This took a long time to sell, but that was because I felt that Louis Meideke's work was worth more than it was going for when I first listed these. And I do feel I've successfully increased the value on those, which I am really happy about, because he is an amazing potter. So there were only 20 of these listed on eBay, pieces by him, when I bought a lot of 80. So I had 4 times the amount of everybody's on eBay when I got them, priced them high, and let them sit. This one sold for a best offer of $120. I paid $8, so about a $90 profit. And beautiful little jar, and I am going to show you. This one was actually stamped with Meideke's name, and the majority of them are hand signed. And you can see here, this is a 5-inch jar and it sold for $120. So if you find signed pieces of pottery, please, please look them up. Fast sale, bought from an online auction, did not pay much, well over $100 profit. This is an antique Bombay solid brass wall mount swing arm, either coat or tie rack, and amazing profit on this. So this one you can see was clearly marked Bombay, and really, really good sale. If you find vintage decor marked Bombay, definitely look it up. Get it if the price is right, because I was told there are quite a few other Bombay pieces that sell very, very well. Next up is a beautiful watch band. This one sold for a best offer of $220, and it took about 6 months to sell. So sometimes the higher pieces do take longer. This one I got in an online auction for about $50. So it's about $120 profit. You can see here it was FEC. This is a Zuni piece, and it was 38 grams. Beautiful, beautiful watch band. Took a little longer to sell, but really, really good profit. Next up, this is the first of 2 whistles you're going to see. I paid $70 for this. It sold very, very fast in 2 days for $250. So it is about $125 profit. Very, very fast. So here you can see the numbers. That is how I knew it was Westinghouse. I did Google that. It was not marked Westinghouse, but when I Googled those numbers, it told me it was a Westinghouse whistle. And this one sold for $250 very fast. I was having a very bad sales day. And again, about $120 profit. Next up is one I had for a very, very long time. And it did sell for that asking price of $324. I originally had this at $650 though, and you can see the reed. So this dog was supposed to have a little poof of hair right here above its head, and that dropped the value about half of what it originally was. So I paid $150 for this. I still made a little over $100, but it took forever to sell because it was damaged. So you can see in this one, you can see that white where part of the hair was chipped off. I did have that in my description. I had it in my title as well as showing it in the photos. This is a very small little 5-inch piece worth $300 though. So make sure you're checking those Lladros. And again, with damage, they will sell, but they will sell for significantly less. Next up is the second whistle that I had. And this one sold for a best offer of $297. I paid $80. This one's about $170 profit in less than a week. If only I could find tons of train whistles, right? So this is an antique Powell steam whistle with the lever, $297. Here you can see the Powell. So this one did have the name on it. And I got these from an online estate auction. I simply Google lens them, looked them up, saw what they were worth. Again, I paid $70 for the other. I paid $80 for this and made hundreds of dollars in under a week. All right, the last item of the day is this incredible, incredible ring. Now, I sent out a 50% off offer on this of $525. That is what it sold for. I paid about $150. So this one is still close to a $300 profit, even at half off. I priced high. I let it sit. Beautiful, amazing corn maiden ring. You can see here it is signed GC Sterling. This one is a Zuni piece. Absolutely incredible. Worth paying up for and hundreds of dollars in profit. All right, friends, that was everything. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my different memberships now, in case you don't know, which includes helping you find items just like these. Hello, and thank you for your interest in my memberships. If you have not heard me talk about them yet, I wanted to just tell you a little bit. This is all stuff that will help you learn. It will help you improve your sales. So the $1.99 level gives you 1 extra members live a month. And on that, you can sign up and I will review your listings, whether they're on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Etsy, doesn't matter where. And I will give you tips to increase your sales. So tips that will help you get more views. Perhaps it's keywords or photos. So we will look over your store, give you advice, and that you can do once a month. And then the $9.99 level, you get an additional 2 members only lives with me sourcing for you. Now you're only allowed to sign up once a month, but I will look in your zip code on online estate auctions and help you find those higher dollar items just like I do on auctions. I cannot guarantee because I never know what is where, but that is my favorite thing to do. So that one you can sign up once a month. It's $9.99, but we do it twice a month and you are welcome to watch it. You do not have to participate and you can learn just by watching what I'm doing, how I'm searching and things like that. And then the $19.99 level includes everything I just told you, as well as live shipping every other Monday. So this is our busiest day. We will show you what we're packing. If you have any questions about how to pack particular items, we can show you. Plus you get to kind of hang out with us backstage. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to have you join our membership. If you join the highest, you get an extra 5 members only lives. You also receive priority answers in our Tuesday night podcast. So lots of fun benefits, an amazing group and an amazing community. And I hope to see you there soon. All right, so now that you know about the membership, you can click that join below any video. A lot of times it has to be on a computer. I hope you learned a lot in this video. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I appreciate you watching and I will see you on the next one.